We must respond with strength, and strength means leverage. America has leverage, and we have leverage. I will use that leverage. Retaliation is only the beginning. Yes, we need to retaliate. If they put tariffs on our steel and aluminum, I will put tariffs on their steel and aluminum.
I am running to be leader of the Liberal Party and the next Prime Minister of Canada.
To declare my candidacy for leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister of Canada.
Canada is currently navigating an unprecedented political scenario marked by the simultaneous activity of an outgoing and an incoming Prime Minister in distinct capacities. This unique situation emerged following Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's announcement on January 6, 2025, of his intention to resign after the Liberal Party selects a new leader in March 2025.
That's why this morning I advised the Governor-General that we need a new session of Parliament. She has granted this request, and the House will now be prorogued until March 24th. Over the holidays, I've also had a chance to reflect and have had long talks with my family about our future. Throughout the course of my career, any success I have personally achieved has been because of their support and with their encouragement. So last night over dinner, I told my kids about the decision that I'm sharing with you today. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
The forthcoming leadership election has attracted prominent figures, notably former Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland and ex-Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney. Freeland, who resigned from her ministerial position in December 2024 due to policy disagreements with Trudeau, has positioned herself as a strong negotiator, particularly in light of potential trade challenges posed by U.S. President Donald Trump.
I am running to be leader of the Liberal Party and the next Prime Minister of Canada. As a party, we need to recognize that today, Canadians want and need us to relentlessly focus on one thing: the economy. Canadians want good jobs, homes they can afford, and great care for their kids. They want a government that is as careful with Canada's money as Canadians are with their own. These bread and butter issues are more important today than ever because our country is facing what could well be an existential threat.
Carney, emphasizing his economic expertise and outsider status, presents a formidable challenge within the party.
Here we are.
The former Bank of Canada governor declared his run for the federal leadership in his hometown before a campaign stop in BC.
I'm back home in Edmonton to declare my candidacy for leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister of Canada.
Federal MPs from the West, George Chahal from Calgary, and from Surrey, Sukh Dhaliwal and Randeep Sarai were in the crowd. With Canada under the threat of U.S. tariffs and economic uncertainty, he says he's the best person for the job after also heading up the Bank of England.
I've helped manage multiple crises, and I've helped save 2 economies. I know how business works, and I know how to make it work for you.
As we move forward, I'd like to ask you a quick favor to subscribe and like this video. It takes just a second and helps us so much. The Liberal Party of Canada is poised to select its new leader on March 9, 2025, following Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's resignation announcement on January 6, 2025. This leadership election is critical, as the chosen leader will not only helm the party, but also assume the role of Prime Minister. the selection process employs a ranked ballot system across all 343 parliamentary constituencies, with each riding allocated 100 points. Candidates earn points proportionally based on the votes received in each riding. If no candidate surpasses the 50% threshold on the first count, the contender with the fewest points is eliminated, and their votes are redistributed according to second preferences. This elimination and redistribution process continues until a candidate achieves a majority. A unique aspect of this election is the potential selection of a leader who is not currently a member of Parliament. While there is no legal requirement for the Prime Minister to be an MP, it is customary for the individual to hold a seat in the House of Commons to directly participate in parliamentary proceedings. If a non-MP, such as Carney, is chosen as leader, they would need to secure a parliamentary seat through a by-election to engage fully in the legislative process. During this interim period, the new Prime Minister could attend House sessions as an observer, but would be unable to participate in debates or vote on legislation. On January 6, 2025, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau met with Governor-General Mary Simon to request the prorogation of Parliament until March 24, 2025. This move effectively suspended all parliamentary activities, including legislative sessions and committee meetings, until the specified date. During this period, all existing bills and motions that have not received royal assent are terminated and must be reintroduced in the new session if they are to proceed. Additionally, legislative committees cease to function, losing their authority to conduct business or hold hearings. However, the roles of the Speaker, Prime Minister, ministers, parliamentary secretaries, and members of the House remain intact, allowing them to continue their duties without the formal sittings of Parliament. In the context of the current political landscape, the prorogation serves a strategic purpose. With Prime Minister Trudeau announcing his intention to resign following the selection of a new Liberal Party leader on March 9, 2025, the suspension provides a window for the party to conduct its leadership race without the pressures of an active parliamentary session. While there is no legal requirement for the Prime Minister to be a sitting member of Parliament, it is customary and politically advantageous for them to participate directly in House proceedings. In such cases, the new leader would need to secure a parliamentary seat through a by-election. This process involves an existing MP resigning, thereby creating a vacancy, and the governing party nominating the Prime Minister as their candidate for the ensuing by-election. However, by-elections can be time-consuming. Historically, it has taken an average of 151 days to fill a vacant seat in Canada, which could delay the new Prime Minister's active participation in the House. During the interim period, a Prime Minister without a seat in the House of Commons faces certain limitations. They cannot engage in debates, vote on legislation, or directly address the House, which can hinder their ability to advocate for their government's agenda and respond to opposition queries. While they can observe proceedings from the galleries and continue to fulfill executive functions, their absence from the House floor may be perceived as a disconnect from parliamentary discourse, potentially impacting their authority and the government's perceived legitimacy. One scenario envisions a seamless transition of power within the Liberal Party. The newly elected leader would assume the role of Prime Minister, striving to unite the party and address pressing national issues. This leader would need to swiftly establish a policy agenda that resonates with both the party's base and the broader electorate, aiming to restore public confidence and counteract the recent decline in support. However, the success of this transition heavily depends on the new leader's ability to navigate internal party dynamics and external political pressures. Alternatively, the opposition parties, particularly the Conservative Party led by Pierre Poilievre, may seize this period of transition to challenge the Liberal government's mandate. There is a possibility of a no-confidence motion being introduced when Parliament reconvenes. If such a motion passes, it would trigger a general election. Recent polls have shown the Conservative Party with a significant lead over the Liberals, suggesting that an election could result in a shift of power. The nation faces a delicate balance between ensuring a smooth leadership transition and maintaining governmental stability. This period presents challenges, such as potential shifts in policy direction and the need to address public concerns, but also offers opportunities for political renewal and a strengthened democratic process. What are your thoughts on this political transition? How do you envision it impacting Canada's future? Let us know in the comments.